हेलो गाइस, स्वागत है आपका कंटेंट मॉन्स्टर्स के एक और एपिसोड में। और आज के इस एपिसोड में हम रिव्यू कर रहे हैं फिल्म बबली बाउंसर का, जिसे डायरेक्ट किया है मधुर भंडारकर ने। बबली बाउंसर के मुख्य कलाकार हैं तमन्ना भाटिया, सौरभ शुक्ला, अभिषेक बजाज, साहिल वैद, सुप्रिया शुक्ला, अश्विनी कालसेकर, राजेश खेरा और प्रियम साहा। अब बबली बाउंसर जो है, इट्स अ फिल्म अबाउट फीमेल बाउंसर्स, a space which hasn't been explored that much in Hindi cinema और Indian cinema for that matter. एंड सो सब्जेक्ट वाइज ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सब्जेक्ट है। हरियाणा का एक गांव है जो बहुत ही फेमस है बाउंसर्स के लिए, जो दिल्ली आते हैं, पब्स में बाउंसरी का काम करते हैं और फिर वापस चले जाते हैं। बट फीमेल बाउंसर्स उस गांव से निकलना एक नई कहानी है।
बापू को वचन ना दिया होता ना कि फिर कदे किसी ने ना कूटूंगी।
ये इंस्पायर्ड डेफिनेटली है एक रियल लाइफ इंसिडेंट से, बट ऑन स्क्रीन इसे पहली बार दर्शाया गया है। एंड तमन्ना भाटिया भी देयर फॉर एक नए अंदाज में आपको नजर आती है। सो व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर दिस फिल्म? आई थिंक प्राइमरीली द स्टोरी। आई थिंक द फैक्ट दैट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम यू सी द फीमेल लीड essaying the role of a bouncer inside a pub, and matching her male contemporaries and ensuring that she does a good job in the pub that she's operating in. And that itself is a completely new angle to the kind of movies we see. So clearly कुछ अलग दर्शाया गया है. There is an attempt to create something different. So that I think works very well. वैसे भी मधुर भंडारकर की जो फिल्म्स है उसमें फीमेल प्रोटैगनिस्ट के बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग किरदार होते हैं हमेशा ही. He has always had females at the forefront of his movies, and that is what makes his movies work, whether it's Chandni Bar, whether it's Passion, whether it's Heroine, whether it's Calendar Girls. He's always given his female actresses some very meaty roles. So I think the story of the film is clearly something that is the star of the film. Two, I think Tamannaah Bhatia. Without a doubt, this is easily one of the best performances in her career. Whether it is a physicality, whether it is the way she carries herself, whether it is her accent, or whether it is that tomboyish persona that she's able to bring alive on screen. Everything about her performance in this film is perfectly in sync with the character that she's playing. She looks, feels, behaves like a female bouncer would, and that I think is clearly one of the highlights of the film. She's aced the role, like I said earlier, without an iota of doubt, one of the best performances of her career. So hats off to Tamannaah for this kind of a performance and breathing life into a film like this. I think whether it's the funny moments, light moments, the humorous moments, or whether it is the emotional moments, she's able to manage both of them with ease. A relationship with her father, essayed by Saurabh Shukla, is also very nice and one of the highlights of the film. So all in all, I think brilliant performance. Three, I think the support cast. The support cast of the film, be it Saurabh Shukla, be it Supriya Shukla, be it Sahil Vaid, or be it Abhishek Bajaj, everyone has done a very, very good job. They are all able performers in themselves, and they have lent some very credible support to Tamannaah, who's a star of the film. So I think the casting of the film also works to its advantage. Four, I think the length. I think this film is barely 2 hours long, and you don't tend to get bored at all. I mean, this film ends quickly. It's been edited very quickly. It comes to the point very quickly. The fact that its protagonist doesn't want to get married and wants to stand on her own feet, the fact that she has always been inclined towards areas which are typically considered male bastion, and the fact that and how she becomes a bouncer, all of that comes to the point very fast. They're not going round and round in terms of getting to the point, and I think that works very well. So the film is edited very spiffily, and I think that kind of helps the film. And lastly, I think one of the biggest strengths of this film is there are no conveniences. Towards the end of the film, you don't see Tamannaah choosing one particular boy as the person she wants to marry, whether it's Sahil Vaid's character or Abhishek Bajaj's character. They've left it open. The good part is that the film is not concluding on the girl settling down, because that's not important. What's important is that she's standing on her feet. And I think that's also something that works well for the film. The fact that the protagonist, the main female protagonist, is not choosing a boy towards the end of the film, and she's choosing a career, and how she goes on to inspire more females to take up the jobs of a female bouncer. I think that is a very good ending according to me. It's not a ending of convenience where she has to end up choosing a boy who she will end up marrying. So that I think is also one of the strengths of the film. What possibly could have worked better? I guess some of the emotional parts of the story, especially when Tamannaah Bhatia's character is heartbroken because Abhishek Bajaj's character does not respond to her overtures, that possibly could have been handled more deftly with a bit more depth and gravitas. I think the relationship between the father and the daughter, which is so sweet, that could have been explored a bit more. But apart from these two things, I think this is a very nice, easy, breezy family entertainer.
अखाड़े में सारे पहलवानों से ज्यादा वजन उठाती है हमारी बबली.
Everybody would love to watch a film like this. After a long time, you're getting to see a film which brings a smile to your face, doesn't force you to think too hard, yet it's not vulgar. It's something that you don't become queasy while watching. So all in all, I think this is definitely a one-time watch. I would give this film a rating of 7 on 10. But definitely watch this one for Tamannaah Bhatia's performance. Most importantly, the effort that she's put in. You can see the Haryanvi accent with which she's talking throughout the film. You can clearly make out there is a lot of effort that she has put in. There is a lot of sincerity in her performance. In fact, the entire cast, they look and feel and behave like people who could be from a village in Haryana, and that effort is visible on screen. So just for that, I would strongly recommend you to watch the film. If you've already watched it, do let us know what you think about the film in the comment section below. If you like our review, please do subscribe to our channel, and for more such reviews, please do keep coming back. We'll see you soon. Thank you.